Who you barking at, Fats? Who you barking at, Fat Daddy? Ooh. Who you barking at, Fat Daddy? Oh. Hi. Hello. We're trying it on 5G. Okay, Fats. Okay. Okay. Thank you. We're going to try it on 5G. See if 5G works better. Thank you, Fat Daddy. Thanks for protecting us from everybody. You're the best. So, hi. It's going to be it's weird looking because I have a new iPad and the camera is on the side over here, which is very bizarre. I don't even know why they thought that was a great idea. They just should have left shit. I don't know why people feel like they need to do stuff. Just leave shit alone. You ain't got to do nothing. Just leave it alone. Just put the camera right where the camera was. Oh, I know, Juju. Thank you so much for protecting us, Fat Daddy. So, those of you, hi Sylvia, those of you that are new to the live, put new in the comments so I can tell you what we talk about over here. No. I'm in a great mood. I'm not gonna let this internet shit blow my high. It's not gonna blow my vibe. It's not gonna, I don't care. I'm gonna come on here and do what I'm supposed to do and get off. How about that? Hi! How about that? So I am Mama Trey and I teach you how to eat according to your blood type in order for you to cure yourself from the ailments you're suffering from. Most of us are suffering from ailments simply because we're not eating according to our genetics. Okay? I have to try to get used to looking at the camera right here so I can look at y'all. Okay? So our genetics in humans, our blood is genetically linked to our digestive system. Okay? So it is our blood and our blood type that determines what our gut microbiome is going to be like. Okay? So that's why all 4 blood types have a different gut microbiome, meaning we all have different levels of stomach acid. We all have different levels and strains of bacteria and different levels of digestive enzymes. So the reason that a lot of you have the ailments that you have is because you're not eating according to your gut microbiome. So tap the screen, share the live, and I just want to say, when we start getting into these foods and what these foods are doing in your body, you might get a little bit emotional. And I know you're wondering, how is it that I would get emotional about food? You'll see. Because when I start telling you guys what your favorite foods are actually doing in your body, you're going to feel some kind of way about it. And I just want you to know that you can take it out on me. I'm strong enough to handle that. But don't go overboard because I do snap back. Okay? So we're going to start with blood type O. Blood type O makes up the majority of Americans, and that is 44%. Blood type A makes up 42% of the U.S. population. So literally half the country benefits from red meat and the other half of the country doesn't. That's to simplify this entire thing. Okay? So I'm going to tell you what ailments you are prone to based on your blood type, what foods trigger those ailments in your body, and what foods will reverse those ailments. So starting with blood type O, if you have any of these ailments, put it in the comments. Insulin resistance. Okay? Insulin resistance is when glucose is trying to get into your red blood cells and can't. And when it can't, it causes your arteries and your veins to constrict. Okay? So when your arteries and your veins constrict, that puts pressure on your heart. So the number 2 thing that you guys are really prone to as blood type O's is high blood pressure. Okay? And a lot of your high blood pressure problems are coming from you being insulin resistant. So how many of y'all have high blood pressure? Put in the comments. How many of y'all have high blood pressure? Now I'm going to ask everyone that has high blood pressure, do you guys eat carbohydrates? Do y'all eat carbohydrates? My live is blinking. Ain't nothing I can do about that, sweetheart. I don't know exactly what blinking means. Okay? So here is the deal. The reason that your blood pressure is high if you're a blood type O is because you're eating carbs. Blood type O is never supposed to eat carbohydrates. You were on your way to high blood pressure until you started watching? It's such a simple fix, isn't it? It is such a simple fix. The question is, how come your doctor didn't tell y'all stop eating carbs? How come? Thank you, Tashina. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what blinking means, and I'm not going to worry about it. Okay? So, insulin resistance and intestinal dysbiosis, which is bad bacteria in your gut. Let me tell you how bad bacteria in your gut is. A lot of common ailments that people suffer from comes from bad bacteria in your gut. What you have to understand is the human body is made up of mostly bacteria. So we are literally sharing this body with bacteria. Okay? Bacteria have their own processes, they have their own lives, they do their own thing. And if you're not feeding that bacteria that resides in your body what it likes to eat, then it gets pissed off and it starts creating ailments in your body. That's the simplest way I can put it. Okay? You're sharing you're hosting bacteria. Think of it this way. You are hosting a party and you invite people to your house, but you give them a bunch of nasty ass food. Nobody likes what you're serving. So they start flipping your furniture over. Tearing shit up. That's the bacteria in your body. Can you imagine? So that bacteria then starts giving you infections like urinary tract infections, yeast infections. If you have thyroid issues, that's because of bad bacteria in your gut. Your skin issues, acne, psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, rosacea, IBS, IBD, H. pylori, staph infections, E. coli, your COPD, endometriosis, alopecia, all of that comes from bad bacteria in your gut. Can you imagine? Then, again, your thyroid problems come from an overgrowth of yeast and unfriendly bacteria in your gut. So how many of you blood type O's have thyroid issues? It's very common for blood type O's to have thyroid issues. Put in the comments. Also, inflammation and anemia. How many of you have inflammation and anemia? So if you have any of these ailments, I'll repeat. Insulin resistance, high blood pressure, bad bacteria in your gut, thyroid problems, inflammation, and anemia. Those are all very common to blood type O's because of what you're eating. Okay? Because blood type O, you are the first people. You are the first blood type. You were made to be perfection. You have the strongest cardiovascular system. You have the strongest immune system. Everything about you was supposed to be the best. The problem is you're living at a time in our history where processed food and carbohydrates are most of the things that we consume now. And that is at the root of most of your problems. Okay? I'm drinking my pot of tea that I make every day. So I have green tea, licorice roots, wild, cherry. What else is in there? That's it. Okay? So let's talk about the foods that are at the root of your problem. The number one problem food for blood type O is wheat. Anything that has wheat in it. Anything. And the thing is, wheat is diabolical. Like, has a mind of its own. Okay? It's so destructive to the human body. The number one thing that wheat does when you consume it is it triggers a violent inflammation in your intestines. So when that inflammation happens to your intestines, it causes all of your organs to swell. The body only has two defense mechanisms, okay? Inflammation and mucus. Inflammation and mucus are triggered whenever the body feels threatened. The body feels threatened by something that you have consumed. So the body does not look at food like, oh, it's food, let it slide, don't worry about it. The body reacts to the lectins in food, okay? So when your blood comes in contact with the lectins in food, lectins are little small proteins in all whole foods, all fruits, all grains, all meats, all beans, all legumes, everything, okay? So when those lectins come in contact with your blood, either a positive reaction is going to happen or a negative one. When it's negative, the body feels like it's being invaded by a virus or a fungi or an unfriendly bacteria. So the only way to battle is to swell. That means all of your organs are going to swell because now the organs feel attacked. Okay? So every time you eat something that has wheat in it, or anything made from wheat, it's going to swell your organs. And the largest organ on your body is your skin. Okay? So, at the root of your weight gain and your inability to lose weight is your consumption of wheat products. That's number one. Number two, it converts your dopamine and your serotonin into norepinephrine and noradrenaline. Norepinephrine and noradrenaline are anger and aggression hormones. So your happy hormones are being converted into anger and aggression, sadness, and depression hormones. How many of y'all are clinically depressed? 50% of all Americans is clinically depressed, which means even more Americans are depressed because most people are not going to go get diagnosed as depressed. Okay? So, wheat is at the root of that. The number three thing that it does is it stops your body from absorbing minerals and nutrients from other foods. So now you're walking around mineral deficient. Mineral deficiencies is what is at the root of your mental illnesses. So if you are sad and depressed, dealing with anxiety, ADHD, hyperactivity, bipolarism, schizophrenia, even your alcohol and your drug abuse, all of those things come from being mineral deficient. And then even other things like strokes and brain aneurysms and things like that also happen from being mineral deficient. When your body is mineral deficient, your body sucks minerals out of your teeth and your bones just to survive. So now you're walking around with bone demineralization, meaning you're going to end up with osteoporosis, osteopenia, osteoarthritis, weak teeth, gum disease, okay? So now you're ending up with hip replacements, knee replacements, and all these replacement surgeries because your bones are being eaten away for its minerals, just so your body can survive. This is what wheat is doing. The fourth thing that wheat does in your body is it completely slows down your metabolism. Our metabolism is run by hormones. The body has 44 different hormones, and those hormones do different processes in the body. Okay? The hormones that run our metabolism breaks down food and turns it into energy. Well, when you eat wheat, it stops that from happening, and now the food is converted into sugar and stored as fat. So wheat is the first thing you should completely cut out of your diet if you are blood type O and blood type B. The number two thing that you should never, it looks weird. Everybody that sees me every day, it looks weird because I got a new iPad and the camera is on the side instead of being at the top. So I'm trying to get my orientation together because it takes me a minute to adapt to new shit. And I didn't find this out until I was ready to start the live. Like, what the fuck? Why does this look weird? So all the new 2024 iPads have landscape view on them. Just know that going in if you go get a new iPad. The number two thing you should never, ever, ever eat again as a blood type, thanks Roderick, as a blood type O is corn. Corn is another diabolical food. Yeah, it's the pro. Corn is diabolical too because, first of all, corn is in everything. Okay? Corn is in everything. And I know you're thinking corn on the cob or corn in a can. No. High fructose corn syrup, regular corn syrup, corn oil, and even vinegar that's in all of your condiments is made from corn. Guess what corn does in the body? Corn stops your body from making insulin. Corn stops your body from making insulin. And corn syrup and corn starch and vinegar, white distilled vinegar, is in everything. Half the shit in your house has all those things, has corn in it. So now you can see why we have such an epidemic of diabetes in America. So between wheat and corn, here's what you should never, ever, ever eat again as a blood type O. Barley, cornflakes, cornmeal, hominy, polenta, all corn grains. That's popcorn, that's grits, you flouring up your fish, making your little cornbread, all that's corn. Cream of wheat, Amir, Familia, Farina, farro, gluten flour, graham flour, grits, kamut, lentil flour, dal, masticum, papadum, puff wheat, 7 grain, shredded wheat, sorghum, wheat bran, wheat germ, bulgur wheat, semolina wheat. Semolina wheat is all of your pasta. All of it. Every vitamin supplement is made with corn flour. It's not. Mine's not made with corn flour. It's not, sweetheart. Semolina wheat is all of your pasta. Your macaroni, your spaghetti, your fettuccine, your ramen noodles. All that is wheat. Then you got whole grain wheat, whole wheat flour, white flour, sprouted wheat, whole wheat flour. All of that's wheat. And let's not forget oatmeal. Oatmeal is dangerous in and of itself. First of all, oatmeal skyrockets your blood sugar. Just through the roof. Okay? Secondly, the chemicals that are in oats target your reproductive system. So it raises your estrogen, okay, in men and women and children, raises your estrogen. That's the first thing that it does. Secondly, if you're a pregnant woman, it slows down fetal growth. If you're giving it to your kids that are going through puberty, it's going to slow down their growth as well, okay? And if you are a man and you're eating foods that raise your estrogen, it's automatically going to lower your testosterone. So if you want to know why your testosterone is low, it's because you're eating foods that raise your estrogen. There are several ways to lower your cortisol. First one is to stop stressing out. And the second way is to stop eating foods that cause your organs to be stressed. But blood type A automatically has higher levels of cortisol than all the other blood types. Okay? So, the number 3 thing you should never ever eat again as a blood type O is dairy foods. Never. Dairy is extremely dangerous to blood type O and blood type A. Period. That's dairy, ma'am. That's cheese. And the thing about it is, whenever y'all eat cheese, you know you're not supposed to be eating it, because you are gassy as all get out. You got the bubble guts, you're burping, you're farting, you're shitting. Your body is telling you that it can't have cheese, and you keep eating cheese. So how's that work? Am I making this up? Y'all are the gassiest people on the planet. 86% of the US population is never supposed to have dairy. 86%. What about vegan cheese? Vegan cheese is worse than regular cheese. Vegan cheese is worse than regular cheese because vegan cheese is just made from oils that your body can't process. Did y'all know that the company that the most popular vegan cheese is owned by a pharmaceutical company? Your Daiya vegan cheese is owned by a Chinese pharmaceutical company. So exactly what is that cheese doing to you? Go look it up. Go look it up. So there's that. Dairy is extremely dangerous simply because, number 1, it triggers all the stuff that I'm telling y'all right now is what's at the root of your high blood pressure. Okay? As a blood type O, you should never eat anything that turns into sugar in your body. Again, as a blood type O, you should never eat anything that turns into sugar in your body. That means you should never eat carbohydrates. Ever. What's rice? Rice is going to turn into sugar in your body, sweetheart. Okay? Exactly. No starches, no carbohydrates. Your body will completely change if you just completely cut out carbohydrates. Why do y'all think that these carnivore diets and all that stuff is extremely successful for a lot of people? Because the majority of Americans is blood type O. But nobody should be eating processed carbohydrates. Nobody. Sweet potatoes are starchy root vegetables, and they are extremely hard for your body to digest. I told y'all were going to be emotional about these foods. Ice cream? Cheese? You want to know why you have endometriosis and why you have alopecia and why your skin never clears up no matter how much money you spend on skin care products. You want to know why you have IBS, why you always have yeast infections, why you always have urinary tract infections. It's because you're eating dairy. It's because you're eating potatoes. It's because you're eating corn. That's what's at the root of your problems. Those are the 3 major things at the root of most of y'all's problems as a blood type O. From your high blood pressure, to your weight gain, to the inability to lose weight, to your skin being jacked up, to you being tired all the time, need caffeinated drinks. I just named the 3 things. Here are the other things that are triggering inflammation, making you insulin resistant, and raising your blood pressure. This is why your blood pressure is high. This is why you're on 3 to 4 different blood pressure medications. And why you got to be on more than 1 blood pressure medication? I'm very confused by that. If the first blood pressure medication ain't lowering your blood pressure, why are they giving you a second one and a third one? I'm trying to figure this out. Can y'all explain it to me? How's it supposed to work? How's that supposed to work? Oh, well, your blood pressure is not being regulated by those 2. Let me prescribe you a third one. I have a couple of bridges I would like to sell y'all. Here are the other things that are triggering inflammation. Anytime you trigger inflammation in your body, it's because your body feels attacked. So you are willingly eating food that makes your body feel like it's being invaded by a virus or a toxin or a parasite or a bacteria. You're willingly putting your body on defense every day, which, first of all, is extremely exhausting. Your uncle is on 4 BP meds. For what? And I guarantee you he's still eating carbohydrates. I guarantee you your doctor has never told y'all to stop eating carbs. Because if he tells you to stop eating carbs, you're going to be able to come off those drugs. So why would the doctor tell you to stop eating carbohydrates when his entire living is based on you taking the drugs? The doctor is never going to solve your problems. They're not there to solve your problems. They are there to take your symptoms away. A doctor is never going to solve your problems because that's not what they're there to do. That is not their job. Hi. Tell me where to start. Your dad has heart issues. What can I do to prevent them? Eat according to your blood type. A lot of your heart issues is coming from carbohydrates. When you are eating, I'll say it again. When you eat carbohydrates, glucose is trying to get into your red blood cells to try to regulate this large amount of sugar you have just pumped into your body. When the glucose cannot get into the red blood cells, and the reason the glucose can't get into those cells is because you have cried wolf so many times. Every time you eat carbs, insulin goes into your bloodstream. Okay? So now your red blood cells are tired of this insulin in your bloodstream. So it's not going to let this insulin into your cells to help regulate this sugar. So now you're insulin resistant. So when that happens, it causes your arteries and your veins to constrict. Think of a water hose. When you bend a water hose, this pressure builds up on this side. That pressure is your heart. So you are willingly putting pressure on your heart because you want to eat some bread. That pressure is what's sending your blood pressure up. That's how the body works, baby cakes. You're doing it to yourself. None of this shit is happening by accident. You're doing it every single time you make a plate of food. You did it. The good news is it's preventable. The good news is it's preventable, my friends. Addiction, that's what it is. And it's not, you know what it is more than addiction? You got a stomach full of parasites. Yeah, I got a new iPad and I have it on 5G. So we haven't had any problems so far. Publix keeps potatoes near the fruit bowls. Y'all don't need to be eating a bunch of fruit either. That's just a bunch of sugar you ain't supposed to have. Okay? That's what's happening, my friends. It's not so much addiction as it is you have a stomach full of parasites. Eat according to your blood type. It's a very simple fix to get. Let me tell you, for blood type O and blood type A, guess what gets rid of parasites? Guess what gets rid of parasites in blood type O and blood type A? Pumpkin. Pumpkin. Pumpkin seeds, roasted pumpkin, pureed pumpkin, pumpkin soup, a goosey soup, pumpkin expels parasites. First of all, everybody needs to go and get their food list. Look at your foods list. To get your foods list, click my name. When the white thing pops up with my face and name on it, hit my name again. It will take you to my page. Click the link on my page, download your foods list, only eat the beneficial foods, and in the next 7 days, you're gonna lose 7 to 10 pounds of inflammation. More importantly, you're going to feel better than you have in decades. I guarantee it. Am I lying? For those of you that are living your life according to your blood type, am I lying? Am I making this shit up? Am I making it up? You're going to feel better than you have in years. Okay? So, hold on now. Here are the other things that are triggering inflammation and raising your blood pressure as a blood type O. Kidney beans, lentils, bacon, navy beans, potatoes. You said just had your levels tested. Everything is in the green. I'm so proud of y'all. I am so proud. I feel like a proud mama watching her babies graduate from high school. Y'all are doing so good. How about rheumatoid arthritis? Are you offering me some, sir? Like, I don't understand. How about? What about it? That's not a question. Where did you get the arthritis from, sir? Hi. Whenever y'all ask about a particular disease, just sit back and simply ask yourself, how did I develop this? Because my grandma and grandpa both had debilitating arthritis. I don't have any. Everybody in my family had diabetes. I don't have it. Everybody in my family got high blood pressure. I don't have it. She needs to eat according to her blood type, sir. Arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune diseases feed on estrogen. So when your estrogen is too high because you're eating foods that raise your estrogen, is going to trigger autoimmune diseases. Okay? So she should start eating according to her blood type and immediately stop eating chicken. Immediately. Half of y'all right now sitting up here, I ain't even gonna say half, the majority of you sitting up here have an autoimmune disease because you eat chicken. Listen, please don't start typing in food and question mark. Go get your food list. Okay? Let's talk about these potatoes for a second, because this is the part of the program where everybody starts to lose their shit. Potatoes are literally one of the worst foods anybody can ever eat, ever. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, thank you. Tappity tap. Okay. Potatoes are literally one of the worst shits you can ever eat. Did y'all hear about what's happening in Idaho? I'm not even that mad about it, but Did y'all hear about what's happening in Idaho? They will not let the farmers in Idaho water their potato plants. They won't let the farmers water their crops. So these potatoes are going to be extremely expensive if y'all continue to eat them. Y'all need to just cut it out. I don't even remember, I don't even know if they even said why they won't let them water. They have some type of water conservation thing going on, but they won't let the farmers water their crops. So there's that. I think Bill Gates is just waiting for all of these farmers to file bankruptcy, and he's going to come and buy up all their shit. Did y'all know that Bill Gates was funding the WHO? The man, the farmers that they were talking to said it had nothing to do with water. If you sit up here and think that Bill Gates is a Democrat, please stop. There are lots of research reports, like did y'all see when they did the food pyramid over and they said that, was it Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops? It was Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops was healthier for you than a steak was. And when you go and drill down who the doctors were that did this research report, all of them were funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. These people want y'all to stop eating beef so bad. They want y'all to stop eating beef so bad. They don't want poor people eating up all the beef. They want y'all eating fake 3D printed steaks and lab grown chicken. 3D print these nuts. That's what they want. They want y'all being vegan. They don't want y'all eating the meat because they want to eat the meat. That's why y'all walking around thinking that beef is your problem when beef is your savior. The one thing that's going to turn your entire life around as a blood type O is red meat. And that's the one thing that they have told y'all is, oh, it's the boogeyman. Beef is the boogeyman. So, you want to know why you have the inflammation you have? You want to know why you have all the bad bacteria that you have? Potatoes. How many of y'all got kidney issues? Beef has saved your life. I know it has. I know it has. How many of y'all have kidney issues? The worst thing you can ever eat. If you have any kidney issues, let's connect these dots for a second. Okay? Potatoes, I just saw this black doctor that was talking about how you can lower your blood pressure by eating more foods that are high in potassium. But then she goes into how you have to be very careful to eat just the right amount of potassium. What y'all need to understand is potatoes are packed with potassium. Potassium is not good for your kidneys. Okay? A lot of y'all that are on these high blood pressure medications, these doctors give y'all water pills. How many of y'all are on hydrochlorothiazide? How many of your doctors have given you a prescription for potassium when you are on high blood pressure meds? Why do you think people have so many kidney issues when they have high blood pressure? Because you're still eating potatoes and your doctor is prescribing hydrochlorothiazide, which is potassium. It's a water pill. And most of the, what is it, Lasix? Is Lasix and hydrochlorothiazide the same thing? One is the brand name and the other one is the generic name. Okay? My grandma used to take them. Your potassium was so low you ended up in the ER. You have to be careful with potassium. Okay? They're different? Because I know my grandma was on Lasix and hydrochlorothiazide. I didn't know if one was generic or one was the brand name. But definitely my grandmother has said that it was Lasix that gave her diabetes. That's it. My grandma swears that the water pills that the doctor gave her is what triggered the diabetes in her body. I can't say whether or not it was true or not. But I do know this, that the high blood pressure medications that they prescribe to black people immediately target your kidneys. So y'all don't need to be eating anything else that's going to be hard on your kidneys. Okay? Starchy root vegetables are hard on your kidneys. This is also why black people have more kidney issues than any other group in the country. We're the #1 group on dialysis. We're the #1 group with kidney replacement surgeries. We're the ones. The first thing that y'all can do is stop eating them damn potatoes. I don't care if they're sweet potatoes or regular potatoes. Stop eating them. Most of these drugs that the doctor gives you trigger something else. Because a lot of y'all don't understand that when you are taking these drugs, you're supposed to have supplements with them. Okay? You're supposed to be supplementing. There are several drugs that lower your B12, several drugs that lower your D, your vitamin D. So by lowering these other things in your body, it's triggering other diseases. And the doctor's not telling you that. Like when you're on statins, you have to take a CoQ10. Okay? If the doctor's not telling y'all that you must supplement, then he's setting you up to trigger other ailments. That's why y'all gonna have to stop just taking these prescription drugs, because you don't know enough about what these drugs are doing in your body. They may be helping the symptoms from this, but then it's triggering other shit. So that means you start on one prescription drug. I know it was true for me. You start on one prescription drug, by the end of the year, you're gonna be on 3 or 4. What's causing menstrual cramps? I don't know. If you have first of all, you should never ever eat anything with caffeine when you have your period. Okay? No chocolate, no sodas, no none of that, because that increases your menstrual pain. You should never, ever, ever have anything with caffeine when you have your period. But also, if you have super serious menstrual pain, could be endometriosis. What fish do you recommend? Bam, go get your foods list. I don't know what your blood type is. We all have different food that benefits us. Okay? So, hold on. Another reason you should never ever have potatoes is it's a nightshade vegetable. Nightshade vegetables immediately trigger inflammation in your body. Potatoes, tomatoes, those are 2 nightshades you guys are never supposed to eat. Okay? It keeps starting and stopping. I haven't seen anything on my end that's starting and stopping. Go out and come back in. On my end is steady. Who else is experiencing starting and stopping? Oh, your diet. I thought talk about my internet, girl. Why you keep starting and starting? Stopping and starting. If you never stop, you never have to start all over again. That's what y'all keep forgetting. Every time you stop, you got to start at the beginning, and the beginning of anything is the hardest. So you may as well just keep going. Like, what is your alternative? You want to go back to being sick? I don't miss that pain I was living in. I don't miss none of that. I don't miss wearing compression socks. I don't miss not having no energy. I don't miss not being able to climb steps. I don't miss being in pain from head to toe. I don't miss none of that shit. So none of that food that was giving me those problems, I don't miss none of that. So I don't get it. Maybe you're not in enough pain. What you mean, oh no, not tomatoes? Y'all know every time y'all eat some damn tomatoes, y'all have heartburn or acid reflux or something. Okay? Nightshade vegetables have their own built-in insecticide that protects them from being eaten. You got to remember, vegetables are whole living things. You're eating living things. Okay? Every living thing on this planet has a defense mechanism. So, potatoes, tomatoes, bell peppers, okay? Eggplant, okra, sorrel, tobacco. All of those are nightshade vegetables. All of those vegetables emit a phytotoxin when they feel threatened. What's more threatening than your open gaping mouth with your big chompers? So the minute you start chewing on that, they are going to release that phytotoxin, and when your blood comes in contact with it, it's going to trigger inflammation because your body feels like it's being attacked. So you are literally putting your body in a position to feel like COVID is invading every time y'all eat something. Think about it. You're causing your body the stress that it's in. You love the way I put these little analogies? Trying to get y'all to understand what's happening in just plain non-scientific talk. Okay? Hold on, here are the other things that are raising the tomatoes raise your blood pressure too. Potatoes, tomatoes, corn oil, food additives, guar gum. Guar gum is in your almond milk. You want to know why your blood pressure's up? Because you're drinking almond milk. Bet you didn't see that coming. Carrageenan. Carrageenan is in most of your lunch meats. Okay? It's also in some dairy foods as well. That also triggers inflammation in your body. And then peanut oil. A lot of places that y'all eat fried food from fry their food in peanut oil. These things right here is why your blood pressure's high. Wheat, corn, dairy, kidney beans, lentils, bacon, navy beans, potatoes, tomatoes, corn oil, food additives, guar gum and carrageenan, and peanut oil. How many of y'all are willing to stop eating those foods so your blood pressure can be regulated naturally? Put it in the comments. You were never meant to eat these foods. You were never meant to eat them. So here is what is creating the bad bacteria in your gut. What is, yes, I'm still on O. Bad bacteria in your gut is responsible for these ailments. And if you have any of these ailments, put it in the comments. Endometriosis. Alopecia. Endometriosis, alopecia, yeast infections, urinary tract infections, IBS, IBD, H. pylori, E. coli, staph, COPD, dermatitis, rosacea, acne, psoriasis, eczema. All of that comes from bad bacteria in your gut. The human body is mostly bacteria. The human body is mostly bacteria. Your spirit is living in a body of bacteria. Okay? So you're sharing your body with a whole trillions of bacteria. Okay? Every human body has trillions of bacteria and hundreds of different excuse me. Thank you. Hundreds of different strains of bacteria in all of our bodies. Okay? Thank you. The problem is bacteria needs to be fed. And if you are not feeding that bacteria what it likes to eat, what is going to make it happy, then it's going to create disease in your body. Thank you. Okay? This is what's happening. So here are the foods that bacteria hates for blood type O. Dairy foods, corn, potatoes, rhubarb, and oranges. Oranges and orange juice is bad for everybody. Oranges and orange juice is extremely dangerous for O's, but even worse for A's. It's bad for everybody. It creates bad bacteria in everyone's gut. And I know you've been raised to believe that this is where you're supposed to get your vitamin C and bop, 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 boo, boo. Oranges are the worst. How would you like to know that your hair is falling out from alopecia because you like orange juice and oranges? How would you like to know that you had endometriosis because you drink orange juice every morning? Or you just chug it from the container? How would you like to know that you done spent hundreds and even thousands of dollars on skin medication because you drink orange juice every day? It's just that simple, folks. So let's talk about what's triggering leaky gut. Leaky gut. What about orange fruit? What I said oranges. What the fuck do you think orange fruit is? I literally said oranges. Well, what about orange fruit? You thought I was talking about orange crayons? Yeah, don't give that shit to your kids. Listen, the reason that we think that these things are healthy for us is all advertising. It's all just marketing. We have been lied to and duped by every food manufacturer in this country. Every one of them. Okay? We've been lied to from day one. The things that you think you know about food, it's all lies. All of it. The most common lie, or the most common misleading thing about, let's just talk about lactose. Lactose-free food. Lactate. Let's just use Lactaid as an example. Most people that buy Lactaid are thinking that they're eating dairy-free shit. No, because lactose is sugar. Lactose is sugar. So if you're eating something that is lactose-free, you're just eating sugar-free dairy. You've been lied to. You're still eating dairy. You're still eating ice cream. It's just sugar-free. The lies. The lies. Blood type O can never have soy, but y'all eat soy every day. Y'all don't read the labels, so you're eating soy every day. When y'all go and eat at Chick-fil-A, you're eating soy. When y'all go eat at Popeyes, you're eating soy. Why? Because they fry their chicken in soybean oil. Their breading has soy in it. Their bread has soy in it. Their French fries have soy in it. Popeye's French fries got 30 different ingredients. 30 ingredients in the French fries. Boop, boop, boop. Y'all always talking about some damn soy sauce. Y'all are not eating soy sauce every day. You know what the #1 ingredient in soy sauce is? Wheat. Y'all worried about the soy, and it's the wheat that's the problem. Go look at your soy sauce bottle. The #1 ingredient in soy sauce is wheat. I want y'all to take the weekend and read every ingredient in every food product in your house. You're going to be horrified. You're going to be horrified. The most deceptive thing, okay? Ma'am, I don't even know what you're talking about. Look, I bet she has 3 followers. Ma'am, Miss BB, what is your concern, sweetheart? If you're not drinking soy milk, why are we talking about it? If you're not drinking soy milk, why are we talking about it? Y'all out here eating Ezekiel bread, and it is made from soybeans. Go look at your $8 Ezekiel bread. Go look at your Hidden Valley Ranch with its bioengineered soy. Go look at the labels. Soy milk does not destroy the thyroid. It does not. You know what's destroying your thyroid? Cow's milk, corn, potatoes, rhubarb, and oranges. I don't know. I can't. Ma'am, you should not be eating at no Chick-fil-A regardless. Because what you eating the chicken on, ma'am? What you eating the chicken on? What you eating the chicken on? A wheat bun? Nobody should be eating chicken, period. Y'all still out here eating chicken and got a stomach full of fibroids. I'm still trying to figure this out. Y'all got a stomach full of fibroids. You got PCS. You got hair growing out your chin. And you still going to Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's impossible to make a bun without flour. So hold on. Let's talk about leaky gut. Leaky gut is when your intestines have become so soft that food particles break through your intestinal wall and leaks out into your gut. Now you got food particles just swimming around. Hold on. You know what does that? Tomatoes, corn, dairy, vinegar. What's white vinegar made from? Corn. What does corn do in the body? Stops the body from making insulin. White distilled vinegar is in every condiment in your house. Your ketchup, your mustard, your mayonnaise, your salad dressing, your barbecue sauce, your hot sauce. Every sauce in your house has white distilled vinegar in it. You know what is the most dangerous sauce you can ever eat? That damn Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A. It has 3 different types of vinegar and 2 different types of corn syrup. That woo was right on time. Most of the stuff that I tell you, ma'am, is coming from my brain. There is no page number for my brain. Let's not forget your pickles, your relish, your olives. These things are making your intestines soft to the point that food particles are escaping. So, what else? Coffee. Coffee makes your intestines soft. Not only does coffee make your intestines soft, but it also stops collagen production in your body. Collagen is responsible for healthy skin, hair, and nails, but also the cartilage between your joints and your bones. And then they sell you a bunch of collagen and then tell you to put it in your coffee. So there's that. Let's talk about your thyroid problems. How many of you have thyroid issues? Why do you think the younger generation, why do you think these past generations, these most frequent ones, look way older than us? Because I'm 55. 30-year-olds look older than me. Why is that? Because they've been drinking coffee since they were 5. They've been drinking coffee since they were 5 years old. That's the difference. This is Fenty. Pink limousine. And smoking cigarettes. Jesus. That's a lot. So with your thyroid issues come from an overabundance of candida in your body, which is yeast. Also, blood type, I never can say this right, unfriendly bacteria for your blood type, okay? That unfriendly bacteria causes your immune system to attack your thyroid. That's what's happening. So you're eating foods that are causing you to have an overgrowth of yeast in your body. That yeast and those bacteria that are not friendly to your blood type causes your immune system to attack your thyroid by mistake. So your immune system is looking at your thyroid like it's not supposed to be in your body. That's what's going on. Yeah, it can be reversed. You got to stop eating the foods. Here are the things that make the bad bacteria. I told y'all. Dairy foods, corn, potatoes, oranges, and orange juice, and rhubarb. But there are 4 vegetables that create the bad bacteria. Cabbage, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and mustard greens. Here's the rule of thumb. This is what y'all need to understand. Whenever y'all ask me if something can be reversed, yes, stop doing the thing that is causing the depletion of these things. Okay? If you stop interfering with collagen production in your body, you'll have collagen. If you stop eating foods that raise your estrogen, you will stop having low testosterone. All of it boils down to you stop interfering with your body's processes. How am I interfering with my body's processes? I'm eating foods that stop my body from doing what it's supposed to do. Like your metabolism. Your metabolism is run by hormones. When you eat wheat, kidney beans, and navy beans, it stops your body from turning the food into energy, and now it turns the food into sugar. That's what's happening. You're the one preventing your body from doing what it's designed to do. So get the fuck out the way. Put some damn lotion on your feet. First of all, wash your feet. There's always some idiot. But what about dry feet? What the fuck? If you got dry anything on your body, put some fucking lotion on. What is the issue? Wash your feet first. Y'all never want to wash your fucking feet. You just think by getting them wet in the shower, that's enough. Wash them. You probably got years worth of dirt. Years worth of dirt on your feet. That's why your feet is crusty. My feet aren't crusty. You know why? Because I wash them. Looking like you dancing in flour and shit. It ain't got nothing to do with your food, sweetheart. It got to do with you not washing your feet. But what about dry feet? Wash your feet. You get your ass in the shower every day. You should be washing your feet every day. You don't need to have pedicures all the time. You wash your feet. Ma'am, I have all the patience in the world. Shut up. Goodbye. Bye, Shasta. Fuck out of here. I have no patience. You sit up here and answer dumbass questions all day. See how much patience you have. Y'all can't do what I do, boo-boo. First of all, you don't know enough. So you can't be me. If you can find somebody that does what the fuck I do, go listen to them. I invite you to. How do you reverse diabetes? Start eating according to, it is so simple to reverse diabetes, y'all. It drives me fucking batty. I'm drinking tea, nosy butt. Start eating according to your blood type. Go get your foods list. Only eat the beneficial foods and watch what happens. Click my name. When a white thing pops up, hit my name again. Click the link on my bio, download the foods list into your phone, only eat the beneficial foods, and in the next 7 days, you're going to lose 7 to 10 pounds of inflammation. Watch. Watch what happens. You ain't got shit to lose but them diseases you walking around with. Where you going to lose 7 to 10 pounds at eating what you love? Where you going to get that? Where you going to do it? My answer is going to be the same. How do I heal from such and such? Eat according to your blood type. You're not special. Okay? Everybody here has something that they're suffering with. The answer is going to be the same. Go get your foods list. Don't eat any of the things on the avoids list because that's why you have the ailment you have. As soon as y'all look at that foods list, you're going to know why you have the disease you have. Because you have been regularly eating all the shit that's on the avoid list. And I understand why this is so hard for people because it's too common sense and it's too simple. Because everybody likes to believe that their shit is so special and so complicated. It's not. It's very common sense. And so you've been going to these doctors that have been talking above your head for the last 20 years of your life, trying to confuse you. This shit is super simple. And this is why it throws a lot of people off. But all you have to do is do it for 7 days and then watch how your body responds to the food. Your energy's going to go through the roof. Your Mood is going to go through the roof. You're going to sleep better than you have in decades. Okay? Everything is going to change. You won't have shit to lose. The 7 days is going to pass anyway. Okay? The 7 days is going to pass regardless. So you may as well cut the shit out. Y'all ain't tired of being sick yet? Y'all ain't tired yet? I was tired. I was sick and tired. So, you better not start all over again. You start tomorrow. That's the last time you starting over. Or I'm going to come over there. So let's talk about what is slowing down your metabolism. Okay? Let me repeat the thyroid vegetables that you should never ever eat again. Cabbage, mustard greens, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. That is not for blood type O. That is going to help make angry bacteria in your gut, and that bacteria is going to cause your immune system to attack your thyroid. So if you want to know why you are tired and sluggish, how many of y'all tired and sluggish every day? You got to drink some coffee. You got to drink some caffeine. You just wake up tired. The reason is wheat, kidney beans, and navy beans. And most breakfast foods, y'all start y'all day with wheat. Y'all are literally getting up in the morning, when in the morning you're supposed to have the most energy because your blood sugar is its highest and your cortisol is its highest. So your body is preparing you for the day. The problem is you are then taking that energy and cutting it down because you're eating wheat. So instead of those hormones turning your food that you consume into energy, it's turning it into sugar and storing it as fat. So the energy that you woke up with goes completely downhill. So when y'all starting y'all day with oatmeal and French toast and breakfast sandwiches and avocado toast and cereal and then by lunch you're extremely hungry at lunch, and then you're going to go get something else that is wheat based, because breakfast and lunch foods are mostly wheat. Think about it. Sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, that's lunch food. So how do we turn this around for blood type O? Okay, what foods are going to... I used to love cereal. Used to love it. What was my cereal of choice? Honey Nut Cheerios. That's another very deceptive cereal. Another very deceptive food. Them out here telling you it lowers your cholesterol and all that. It's a lie. It's all marketing. What y'all need to understand about any of these processed foods, our government allows these corporations to put all the lies they want on the packaging. The only place legally these companies have to tell the truth in any of their packaging is in the ingredients section. And that's where you don't read. That's where you don't read. Oh. If there's ever anything that I've ever craved during this whole process, once in a while I want a bowl of cereal with ice cold milk. And I'm just like, oh, I don't fuck around with that. So then I just put it out of my brain. I keep it going. Yeah, they keep us sick. That's the scam. These corporations and these doctors and these big pharma, they all work together. Okay? Because it is legal for doctors to accept bribes from big pharma. It's legal. The only stipulation that our government puts on it is you have to report whatever you collect from the pharmaceutical companies. So there's a website that you can literally go to. There's a website that you can go to look up your doctor, see if he's accepting bribes. There's a whole website you can go to and look it up. There it is. openpaymentsdata.cms.gov. So just, it's pinned. Take a screenshot. openpaymentsdata.cms.gov. Go on over there and type your doctor's name in there. See what comes up. So the number one thing that we need to do as far as blood type O is concerned is let's get a handle on this inflammation, because that inflammation is what is triggering your insulin resistance, and that insulin resistance is what is raising your blood pressure. So what you should start doing is eating foods that are anti-inflammatory, okay? Omega-3 containing fish are anti-inflammatory. So the fish that benefit blood type O is cod, halibut, red snapper, trout. Those are extremely high in omega-3s. Also, walnuts, anti-inflammatory, hazelnuts, flaxseed oil, parsnips, peas, and pineapple. Salmon does not benefit you, baby. Salmon does not benefit blood type O at all. I know you love it simply because it's a meaty fish. You're supposed to be eating meat. You don't need to substitute meat for anything. You need to be eating the meat. Pineapple is extremely powerful. Everybody benefits from pineapple. If there's one fruit that everybody should be trying to get into their body every day, it's pineapple. Okay? What's up, Fed? How you doing? Here is what your bacteria loves to eat. This is what's going to make your bacteria your bestest friend. And I know another thing that you've been lied to about from marketing and campaign ads, I miss you too, man. Them telling you that Greek yogurt is going to help with your gut health. That is one of the biggest lies. Blood type O is not for all those fruits. That's not, blood type O is not for sweets. Y'all are not for all of that bullshit. You're not for these smoothies. You're not for these shakes. You're not for a bunch of fruits. That's not y'all's life. Okay? That's not your life. Yeah, they lied to y'all and telling you that, oh, Greek yogurt is going to help. Greek yogurt is going to help make good bacteria in your gut. 86% of the U.S. population does not benefit from dairy at all. That is blood type O and blood type A. At all. It is extremely harmful to you. Okay? Go get the foods list. Don't keep asking me what about this fish and what about that fish. It is not my job to commit your foods list to my brain. I'm not an O. It's enough for me to commit my foods list to my brain. So go get your foods list and put it on your phone. If you can't have dairy, why would you be able to have kefir? For blood type O to create amazing bacteria in your body, good bacteria, it's onions, string beans, broccoli, escarole, chicory, Swiss chard, and kale. Dark leafy greens and onions. The best onion on the planet is a red onion. Some of y'all may call it purple, but it's red. The most powerful vegetable on the planet is a freaking red onion. Why? Because it is nothing but straight quercetin. There should never be a time that you don't have a bag of red onions in your house. Okay? If you got a cold, if you got a virus, if you just want to clean your air, red onions. to create good bacteria in your gut? Onions. Y'all benefit from all the onions. There should never be a time that y'all don't have onions in your body every day. So instead of yogurt and kefir, eat your ass an onion. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is going to completely change your life as a blood type O? What is going to turn everything around? What's going to raise your dopamine and your serotonin? What's going to give you energy through the roof? What is going to make you have a good mood, speed up your metabolism, make you lose weight? Red meat. I swear I want to smack y'all every time I say it. Every day. Every day. I just want to. Yeah, keep taking the ecstasy. Just keep on. Y'all play too much. Y'all are the most unserious people I have ever met in my entire life. Just unserious. Everything's a fucking joke until your teeth fall out. That's where you're headed, meth head. Everything's a fucking joke till your teeth fall out. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Go get your foods list, Danielle, because everybody, they always say, oh, I'm going to go get the book. You don't even read the book. Then you're buying the book for the list. And then you do it all wrong. Y'all come back, well, it didn't work for me because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Keep it simple by getting the foods list. That's the first step in the process. Start tomorrow. While you're sitting around waiting for a book to be delivered for the next week, you could have lost 7 to 10 pounds of inflammation. Y'all make shit harder than it has to be. So, hold on. Beef, lamb, veal, mutton, venison, deer, red meat. All y'all literally need is some beef and some onion and some pineapple juice. Y'all will lose 2 pounds overnight. Don't worry about it, Michelle. Y'all would lose 2 pounds overnight if y'all just had a steak and some onions and a glass of pineapple juice. And y'all be acting like it's the end of, well, what about sweet potatoes? Can I have sweet potatoes? But what about smoothies? Can I still have a smoothie? I'm glad you found me too. I don't know if it's because blood type O's just need excitement. Y'all just need drama. Is it because y'all like drama? I'm trying to figure it out. Do y'all like for shit to just be harder than it has to be? Sweet or unsweetened what? Beef? The answer is going to be unsweetened to whatever your question is. And some collard greens. I keep a pot of greens in my refrigerator. I got a pot of greens in my refrigerator right now. Collard greens and kale, right now. We just grab a bowl of greens. I came downstairs this morning. Kaylin came in, putting her bowl of greens in the sink. She finished eating greens. Y'all love drama. Y'all don't like simplicity. So, what is going to help with your thyroid? Turmeric and sea vegetables. Sea vegetables is seaweed, wakame, kombu, nori, sea moss, bladderwrack, kelp. All of those things, the Lord has said, I'm not for the drama. All of those things helps your body to increase its iodine level, and iodine protects your thyroid. Your body naturally creates iodine. But if you're not eating foods that help it to produce iodine, you're leaving yourself vulnerable. Can I give you the collard green recipe? I mean, it's simple shit. Instead of using smoked turkey, I usually just use some better than broth. Beef will clog you up. Are you a drain? You're a drain then? Are black eyed peas and purple whole peas okay for O's? You can go get your foods list and check. Do you know why the beef clogs you up? Because you're eating carbohydrates next to it. It was never the beef that was the issue for blood type O's. It was your fucking side dishes. Because you're never going to sit down and eat a steak without a big ass potato. You're never going to sit down and eat beef without some rice. You're never going to eat liver without some rice. You're never going to eat something without some mashed potatoes. Your problem has always been the carbs. If you just would eat the beef without the carbs, the beef would have digested fully. You would have lost weight. You would have had energy. You would have sped up your metabolism. You would have raised your dopamine and your serotonin. You did it with your food combinations. You stopped yourself up. You did it. You always want to blame some shit when it's you that made the food. You made your plate. Then had the nerve to pray over it. How can I get rid of hormonal acne? Your acne is not coming from hormones. Your acne is coming from the food you're eating. So eat according to your blood type. Every single thing that we eat affects our hormones. So if you have hormonal acne, it's coming from what you're eating. I'm drinking liquor. I'm drinking brown liquor, ma'am. It's not dairy for everybody, so you don't know what this person's blood type is, so you can't answer their question. What is going to repair your leaky gut? Chicory, onions, peas, prunes, maitake mushrooms, beet greens, collard greens, and fava beans. I'm reading your food list, Apple Mom. I'm reading the list. You can go and purchase the list on the link on my page. I'm reading your list. But I'm not going to be sitting up here fumbling around with a bunch of papers. Okay? Where's blood type A? This is not your full foods list. This is just what ailments are you prone to, what foods are triggering those ailments, and what foods will reverse those ailments. Okay? Go get your full foods list that breaks down everything. Click my name. When the white thing pops up, hit my name again. Okay? Click the link on my bio, download the food list, only eat the beneficial foods, and by this time next week, you will have lost 7 to 10 pounds of inflammation. But more importantly, you're going to feel fantastic. Blood type A makes up the other half of the country, basically. Okay? So blood type O makes up 44% of the U.S. population. Blood type A makes up 42%. The problem is blood type A is the complete opposite of blood type O. Complete. Totally different end of the spectrum. Blood type O has the strongest metabolism, fastest metabolism, strongest cardiovascular system, strongest immune system. Blood type A is the opposite. Y'all have the weakest immune system, the weakest cardiovascular system. Y'all always sick. Y'all always stressed. Y'all don't sleep. Y'all don't relax. Am I wrong? Y'all create more mucus than all the other blood types. Why? Because you have the weakest immune system. Remember, mucus protects your immune system. Inflammation protects your organs. Okay? So, the biggest problem for blood type the blood type A is that you're protein malnourished. The body needs protein. It needs it. It is desperate for it. That's y'all's problem. Blood type O has the highest level of stomach acid. Stomach acid breaks down animal protein. Blood type A has the lowest level of stomach acid. So you don't have the capability of breaking down animal protein at all. So what does that mean, you may ask? Y'all cannot have animal protein. So even if you're eating animal protein, because your body does not have the ability to digest it, you're not getting any of the benefits from even eating it. And worse, because it's not digesting, it's just in your stomach putrefying. Because you have no way of getting it out of your body because you can't pass undigested food. So now you got a whole bunch of animal protein just sitting in your stomach with not enough juices to break it down and shit it out. So now it's just sitting there making shit worse. Okay? Number two, when you are protein malnourished, it makes your, we're talking about blood type A right now, man. This is what I'm talking about. Because you are protein malnourished and you're not getting any of the minerals and nutrients from animal protein, that makes your cortisol even higher. Blood type A already has a higher level of cortisol in your bloodstream all day, every day. Cortisol is your stress hormone. Okay? Cortisol is your stress hormone. Blood type A has a steady stream of cortisol in their blood all day, every day. This is why y'all cannot relax. You just confirming you had to plug in your phone? Okay. That's why y'all have a hard time chilling. That's why I tell y'all to go get chill capsules. Okay? Because naturally, y'all are stressful people. But if you're also eating food that doesn't digest, that food stresses your body out even more. So now, these capsules are called chill capsules. It's one of the products in my product line for anxiety and stress. Take them every day. Most of the people on this live are taking them every day. Just click the link on my bio. Check this out. Listen to this chain of events that happens because y'all can't digest meat. Because you can't digest the meat, you're putting stress on your organs. That stress is causing you to release even more cortisol into your bloodstream. When your cortisol is high, it automatically raises your insulin as well. Blood type A is predisposed to diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. Predisposed. Y'all could literally become diabetic from stress. Okay? How many of you blood type A's are diabetic? Put it in the comments. So now your cortisol is high and your insulin is high. Now your body requires even more minerals from your food to bring those two hormones back into balance. When you're not giving your body food it can digest and extract those minerals from, it is then forced to extract minerals from your bones and your teeth. So your body is feeding on your skeleton just to have minerals so it can function. So now you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, gum disease, weak teeth, osteoarthritis. How many of y'all have had any type of bone replacement surgery? Hip replacement, knee replacement? The reason that you have to get these things replaced is because your body is extracting minerals out of your teeth and your bones every day. Because you're not giving it mineral rich food that can actually digest. Here's another thing. Blood type A has more heart disease than any of the other blood groups. Okay? Heart disease is the #1 killer in America. What's at the roots of your heart disease? Blood type A has thicker blood than all the other blood types. There is something called blood clotting factor 8 that we all have in our blood. That helps our blood to clot if we got into an accident. So if you got into a car accident, to prevent your body from bleeding out, it clots. Blood type A has too much blood clotting factor 8. Blood type O has very little blood clotting factor 8, which is dangerous to blood type O because if they got into a car accident, you could bleed out because your blood is too thin. Blood type A's blood is too thick. So now you got this too thick blood and larger than normal red blood cells. I don't have any feeling about sea moss. Stop asking me how I feel about something. What does it matter? It's not a miracle cure. I literally sell sea moss and I take it every day, but it's not a miracle cure. Y'all need to stop pushing loose herbs on people. Everybody here can be taking sea moss every day, but if you don't change what you're eating, nothing is going to improve. Okay? That's how I feel about it. So, like I was saying, you got this thick blood and larger than normal red blood cells. That is what is at the root of your heart disease. How many of you blood type A's have high blood pressure? Let me connect the dots on this thing too. Because your blood is thicker and you got larger than normal red blood cells, it's real easy for you guys to get blood clots. Blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, DVTs. Y'all have any of those? Now, if you have high blood pressure, at the root of most high blood pressure cases is insulin resistance. So listen to this. So you're eating carbohydrates. Those carbohydrates are causing you to be insulin resistant. When you become insulin resistant, that means that glucose is not getting into your red blood cells to help regulate this sugar that you have in your body. When that happens, it causes your arteries and your veins to constrict. So now you have these smaller arteries and veins. Start praying. You think praying is gonna do it? Everyone here prays and everyone here is sick. So you tell me how that works out. God wants y'all to stop pulling him into the group chat. You messed your body up. It's your responsibility to fix it. Okay? God is like, I had nothing to do with that, boo-boo. So instead of stop eating the food that's fucking you up, you're going to pray on it. You're going to pray over your plate. God has more important things to worry about than what you put on your plate. Thank you. You have to fix it. You fix it. Stop calling Jesus to fix something you broke. So, for your high blood pressure, for the high blood pressure people, you got thick blood and you got smaller arteries and veins. So your thick blood is trying to travel through these really small veins that you have caused yourself to have because you're eating carbohydrates. So what does that sound like? That's a heart attack waiting to happen, my friends. Blood type A has more heart attacks than all the other blood groups. Why? Because you got thick blood, you're sitting up eating a bunch of carbohydrates, you done made your arteries and veins small. So blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, DVTs, heart attacks, stroke. All this shit is preventable. All of it. Why do you think they stopped calling these diseases and ailments preventable? Because they don't want you to believe you can prevent these things. They want you to continue depending on drugs. Well, what drug do I take to open up my arteries and my veins? Stop eating food that's closing your arteries and your veins. Well, what can I drink that's going to thin out my blood? Stop eating foods that's making your blood thicker. Literally, there are foods that make your blood thicker than what it already is. So let's get into the foods, shall we? At the root of most of your problems as a blood type A, it is red meat, pork, organ meats, crustaceans, lobster, crab, shellfish, shrimp, mussels, crawfish, oysters, clams. Y'all can't have none of that stuff. Why? Because that is high in saturated fats. Your body cannot break down saturated fats. Your body cannot break down animal protein. And then tropical oils. Tropical oils is avocado oil, coconut oil, palm kernel oil. Can't digest it. Industrial oils, corn oil, what else? Grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil. All of those industrial oils you cannot digest. Okay? And also dairy foods. You cannot digest any of these foods, and when you eat them, it's going into your stomach because you don't have enough stomach acid. It's just putrefying. That putrefaction is going to create all of this acid reflux and all of these other issues and eventually turn into stomach cancer, which blood type A is very prone to. Go get your foods list. That's what you're supposed to do. So you know what you're supposed to be eating. Let's talk about the foods that's making your blood thicker than it already is. The number one thing that's making your blood thick is vinegar. And y'all out here doing vinegar shots. Because some hotep told you that it's going to lower your blood pressure or thin your blood out. Quite the contrary. Vinegar is in all of your condiments. Ketchup, mustard, mayo, barbecue sauce, hot sauce, all your salad dressings. Vinegar. Pickles, olives, relish. Making your blood thick. How would you like to know that your blood clots come from your love of vinegar? How would you like to know that? What else is making your blood thick? Oranges. Oranges and orange juice. Orange, the fruit, not the crayon. Ensure. What is Ensure supposed to do? You ain't supposed to have no dairy, man. What's Ensure gonna do? Hold on, there's more. Dairy foods makes your blood thick. What else makes your blood thick? Liquor. Liquor makes your blood thicker. And then guar gum. Guar gum is in your almond milk. You want to know why you have... It's always a hotep. Guar gum is in your almond milk. Okay? You should miss me. Should miss me from what? I'm sitting right here. Thank you. Thank you. Listen. Blood type A has more heart disease than all the other blood types. What group of people have more heart disease than everyone else? Black women. What milk substitutes you? What are you drinking milk in, ma'am? For what? What are you drinking milk for? Oh, see you next time. I'll be here tomorrow. What are y'all putting this milk in? And if you need a milk substitute as a blood type A, Soy milk. You're not supposed to be eating no oatmeal. Oatmeal raises your estrogen. Y'all walking around with a stomach full of fibroids, PCOS, and y'all wondering about oatmeal. You can't have no coconut. No one benefits from coconut. You're supposed to avoid coconut. Yogurt is dairy. Are y'all reverting? Blood type A cannot have coconut. Coconut is high in saturated fat. Your body cannot digest things that are high in saturated fat. You had a hysterectomy at 38 from fibroids. You cannot have coconut, but be my guest. Drink it all. You can have my share of coconut milk. Knock yourself out. Go read the label of coconut milk and see how much fat is in coconut milk. Just go read it. Because y'all just seem to have an aversion to turning the label over and fucking reading it. Just go look at how many grams of fat is in coconut milk. Just go look. It's always a hotep. Hoteps love to tell y'all to eat some goddamn coconut. Every day. It's not 5 grams of fat in coconut milk. It's not. Maybe you're eating off-brand coconut milk. You have PCOS and endometriosis. Do you eat chicken? Do you eat chicken? Way more saturated fat. If you're eating chicken, that is exactly what is triggering PCOS in your body. That is exactly what triggers fibroids in your body. I have green vegetables and fruits mostly. Let me tell y'all something. If you're a blood type A, at the root of any of your health problems is the fact that you're protein malnourished. Just because you cannot digest animal protein does not mean you cannot have protein. Okay? I know that these hoteps have made y'all believe that you're supposed to be vegan and vegetarian. Nobody is supposed to be vegan or vegetarian. Nobody. Okay? At the root of most of your problems, and your body, as you age, your body requires more protein, not less. Okay? You're supposed to have more protein as you age, not less. Okay? So if you're out here just living on green vegetables and fruit, you're fucking yourself up because you are losing muscle. And when you lose muscle, your body cannot function. Eventually your ass can't even get out of a chair. You won't even be able to breathe without muscle. Your diaphragm holds up your lungs. Y'all don't understand how important muscle is. Okay? So please stop buying into these trends and start eating how your body is designed to digest food. Just because you cannot partake in the foods you love does not mean that there are not foods you cannot benefit from. Okay? So hold on. Here is what is creating an overabundance of bad bacteria in your gut. So, bad bacteria, our bodies are mostly bacteria. The objective is to have more good bacteria than bad. There's never going to be a time in your life that you're going to rid your body of bacteria. It's just never going to happen, sweetheart. There are trillions of bacteria in our gut, in our body, not just our gut. Okay? And several hundred different strains. But the problem is blood type A and AB has an overabundance of bad bacteria. It depends on your body. Listen, stop worrying about the science of it all. How much protein, how many grams? There is no exact science because everyone's body is different. Okay? You should be eating protein with every meal you have. Period. I'm talking about blood type A right now. You should be having protein with every meal. Here's what's creating this overabundance of bad bacteria. Listen, if you have any of these ailments, put in the comments. Endometriosis, alopecia, yeast infections, urinary tract infections, H. pylori, stomach cancer, colon cancer, COPD, acne, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, rosacea, IBS, IBD. If you have any of these things, put in the comments. All of that comes from bad bacteria in your gut. What's creating the overabundance of bad bacteria in blood type A? Potatoes. All of the potatoes. White, sweet, yellow, Idaho, Irish, potatoes. Potatoes. Y'all cannot have no potatoes. Why do you think you're prone to UTIs? Because you're eating foods that make you prone to UTIs. Why do you think your skin is jacked up? Because you're eating foods that jack up your skin. It's the food. It's all food. You got bad bacteria in your gut, man. Hold on. Also, ground black pepper, navy beans, oranges, and orange juice again. Why do you have dermatitis? Oranges and orange juice. Why do you have urinary tract infections? Oranges and orange juice. What else? Kidney beans, lima beans, and whey protein. You cannot have whey protein shakes because you cannot have dairy. It's the food. The only thing we need to know is what we're supposed to put in our body every day. That's like you have a car, but you don't know what kind of gas goes in the car. You don't know what kind of oil goes in the car. You don't know nothing about this car. You've been living in this body for decades and you don't know what you're supposed to put in it. So, how do we turn this around for blood type A? First things first, you got to get protein. The number one protein for blood type A is soy. Soy is highly beneficial for blood types A and AB, not O and not B. So soy is not bad for everyone. It's bad for O's and B's. Okay? It is the protein for A and AB. That is your beef, tofu, tempeh, edamame, bean curd, texturized vegetable protein, period. Super high in protein, super low in fat, packed with iron, packed with all of the beneficial minerals. Tofu is literally a complete protein just like beef is. So, beef for A's is tofu. And if you don't know anything about tofu, go watch the tofu tutorial that I have on my page. It's 10 minutes long. It breaks down all the different textures of tofu, tells you how to cook it, all of that. Secondly, this is an Asian app. So there are hundreds of thousands of tofu videos right here on TikTok. Why y'all not watching them? Tofu is going to change your life. You're going to feel different the very first time you eat it. Okay? It's going to raise your energy. If you're dealing with, how many of y'all have anemia? How many of you blood type A's have anemia? I had horrific anemia. Tofu. My anemia was gone in 6 weeks. Gone. And I was eating a bag of ice every day. Like, I would wake up eating ice. I was eating ice all day. I was eating ice until I went to bed at night and wake up and do it again. Because I just craved it. Tofu is for the poor. Oh, okay. That's funny. Because Asians have way more money than we do, and that's your genetic ancestry. Huh, interesting. It's chicken and pork is for the poor. Tofu is not expensive, sweetheart. You get a brick of tofu for $3. And a brick of tofu will have 75 grams of protein. You can eat on a brick of tofu for 2 days. So what are y'all talking about? But y'all go buy a $5 rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club or Walmart. That's why you got a stomach full of fibroids. That's why. Also, blood type A benefits from 25 different fish. There has never been a time in y'all's ancestry that y'all should have been vegan or vegetarian. 25 different fish, from snapper to sardines to snail, 3 different types of salmon. What is y'all doing? No, ma'am. Beef does not benefit blood type A. I swear to God. I could get off of here in an hour if I didn't have to keep repeating myself. Please go get your foods list. Okay? Beef is for O. A cannot have no animal meat at all. No one benefits from seafood. Nobody can have seafood. Okay? Seafood is crab, lobster, oysters, mussels, crawfish, shrimp. Nobody can have that. I said what I said. Turkey is not okay. Is turkey not an animal? Y'all are addicted to food. You are willing to kill your body for food. You are willing to endure pain for food. You're willing to do that because you're doing it every day. You are willing to be uncomfortable for food. That's what y'all need to understand. Y'all are trading comfort for food. Spirulina is fine. But you need to eat tofu, sweetheart. Spirulina is not a complete protein. Tofu is. I'll get to ABs. I'm on A's right now. So let's talk about how to thin out this blood. Okay? How can you thin out your blood, which is going to help bring your blood pressure down, which is going to help cut down on heart disease, which is going to help cut down on blood clots and DVTs, okay? To thin out your blood as a blood type A, lemons and water. There's never a time that y'all shouldn't have a glass of lemon water in your hand. You don't need to take no blood thinners because lemons, water, pineapple, blueberries, blackberries, green tea, and these oils, olive oil, flaxseed oil, and walnut oil, all thin out your blood. They will bring your red blood cells back down to their normal size. So your shit is running through your veins like it's supposed to. Look at that. Even if y'all just upped your intake of water, it would help to thin out your blood. No, it's not. Go get your foods list. Go get your foods list. Y'all are so addicted to sugar that your mind immediately goes to, well, what can I have this sweet? What can I have this sweet? The reason that you guys crave sweets is because you have parasites. This is what's keeping you awake at night. This is why you're always reaching for a carb or something sweet, something to satiate your parasites. How do you eject parasites from your gut? As a blood type O and a blood type A. Pumpkin seeds. Y'all need to have a bag of pumpkin seeds in your purse every day. Just eat a handful of pumpkin seeds every day. That's all it takes. Okay? And sugar cycles out of your system in 3 days. Once you make it past them first 3 days, you're not going to have these issues. Make sure you eat pumpkin in some way, shape, or form. Roast the pumpkin, make soup, whatever. Okay? The easiest way is to just eat pumpkin seeds. I don't care if they're raw, I don't care if they're cooked, whatever way you like to consume them. But just get some pumpkin in your body. Parasites do not like pumpkin. I would not drink coffee because coffee stops collagen production in your body. Blood type A cannot be fucking around with anything that is going to speed up the fact that your body is feeding on your skeleton. You need collagen for healthy skin, hair, and nails, but more importantly, cartilage between your joints and your bones. No one should be drinking any coffee right now. Matcha's great. But you also have to add some sort of sugar to your matcha, don't you? Honey, milk. When I have matcha, I use some honey and I use some soy milk. Let me give y'all the heads up on honey though. You gotta make sure you get good honey if you're gonna use honey. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow because I didn't come on here yesterday. So if you're gonna get honey, make sure that it is like local, raw. I mean, even if it's not local, just raw, active bacteria inside of it. Like the honey that I got when I had COVID last week, it cost me $70. It was from Australia, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit knocked that COVID right the fuck out. Go look at the research reports on bee pollen, bee pearl, bee bread, honey on COVID. Go look at all the research. And then the honey that I bought locally, I got from Sprouts, and it is, I'll bring it on the live tomorrow and show you guys. This is downstairs. But that was only $11, but that honey has live active cultures in it. So I make my own ginger ale. So you can make ginger ale, like if you have a Soda Stream, I have a Soda Stream. So instead of me buying ginger ale, I mix ginger with that honey and sparkling water. Boom, ginger ale. And that's what I was sipping on the whole time I was sick. Okay, all you need is some sparkling, even if you don't have a Soda Stream, you can get sparkling water from the store. Get you some minced up garlic or buy fresh garlic and grate it. Get you some really good honey, not no cheap shit. Mix it together, put it in a glass, pour your sparkling water on it. There's your ginger ale. Okay? So, what is going to feed your bacteria? What foods does your bacteria like if you're a blood type A? Escarole, dandelion. Drink green tea and dandelion tea every day. Okay? charred rapini, which is broccoli rabe, fava beans, prunes, and silver dollar mushrooms. My garlic, I have fermented garlic and ginger. I have a jar of honey and garlic, and then I have a mason jar of fermented honey, garlic, and ginger together. My normal time, around 6, between 6 and 7 Eastern time. Should I come tomorrow or should I just come on Sunday? Because y'all be out and about on Saturdays. I'll just come on Sunday. Go ahead and have your fun tomorrow. I'll just come on Sunday. Yeah, I'll just come on Sunday. Okay? Sunday evening, around 7 p.m. So hold on. So that's it for blood type A. That is not the full foods list. To get your full foods list, just click my name at the top. When the white thing pops up with my face and name on it, hit my name again. It takes you off the live and to my page. Click the link, download your foods list. Only eat the beneficial foods. Start tomorrow. Okay? By this time next week, you will have lost 7 to 10 pounds of inflammation. You're welcome. Where's blood type B? We're going to start talking about this chicken and this estrogen. Where's blood type B? Let's talk about it. Y'all really about to be in y'all feelings now. Blood type B, where you at? I see your comments, so I don't know what you wrote. They would have gotten filtered. So, blood type B. Here are the ailments that you suffer from. Lectin sensitivity. So the symptoms of lectin sensitivity is inflammation, swollen and painful joints, bad skin, stomach issues, neurological problems, hormonal fluctuations. So if you have any of those symptoms, that's lectin sensitivity. Also, liver detox dysfunction. There are foods that mess up your liver's function. Also, hyperassimilator tendencies. Hyperassimilator means you have a particular overabundance of a bacteria called alpha glucosidase. Alpha glucosidase breaks down digestive resistant starches, turns those foods into sugar, and then stores them as fat in your body. That is something that is very common among blood type Bs, and that could be at the root of you having diabetes. Because blood type B has the highest population of diabetics in the world. So if you have diabetes, put in the comments. Hi, definitely come back on Sunday. And then there are foods that unbalance your gut. So let's get into it. The number one issue for blood type B is chicken. Chicken. Chicken is literally deadly to blood type B and AB. Deadly. It'll kill us. First of all, chicken does not benefit any blood group. If chicken was so fantastic and so healthy, then it would benefit all of us. It would benefit somebody, but it does not benefit no blood type. Let me tell you why. For blood type B and AB, first of all, chicken, just like all whole foods, have lectins. Lectins are just little proteins in all whole foods. So those lectins is what your body identifies as either causing a good chemical reaction or a bad one. Okay? So when your blood interacts with the lectins in food, this is what is going to trigger either good or bad things to happen in your body. When chicken is consumed, there is a lectin in the meat of the chicken that attacks our bloodstream. The lectin attacks our blood, causing our red blood cells to clump together, creating blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, autoimmune diseases, and stroke. Diabetes is an autoimmune disease. How many of you have an autoimmune disease? Put in the comments what autoimmune disease you have. 50 million Americans has at least one autoimmune disease. At least one. A lot of people have several autoimmune diseases. Out of those 50 million people, 80% are women. And if you have lupus, MS, and rheumatoid arthritis, I had sarcoidosis for 6.5 years. If you have lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, or MS, it's 90% women. Actually, sarcoidosis is an inflammatory disease. It's not an autoimmune disease. So check this out. Why is it that most of the people that have autoimmune diseases are women? Because autoimmune diseases feed on estrogen. The reason you have not reversed your ailment is because you are feeding your disease. Either you're feeding your healing or you're feeding your disease with every meal you take. So what raises estrogen in your body? Number one thing is chicken. Why? Because chickens have 100 times the level of estrogen in his little body than we have in our whole human body. 100 times. And chickens have the exact same sex hormones that humans have. So they have estrogen and testosterone and androgen and progesterone. They have the same exact sex hormones we have. So when you're eating chicken, it's like you're eating a little human. And when I say little, I mean little, because the chickens of today are not even full-grown chickens. You're still eating chicks. Because the chickens today have been bred to have higher levels of estrogen to grow faster. Now it only takes 42 days for a chicken to grow to 6.5 pounds, which is slaughter weight. So the chickens that you're buying at the grocery are 42 days old. So they still have a chick's whole lung system, cardiovascular system, still chick. Now, ask yourself, why do little black girls and Hispanic girls start their periods at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old? Not all little girls start their periods at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Black girls and Hispanic girls did. Why is that? Because those little girls have been eating chicken since the time they had teeth. So you're just pumping estrogen into your body. So now you done started your period at 8, 9 years old. By the time you're 14 years old, you got PCOS and fibroids and horrible periods. And now the doctor puts your little girl on birth control pills to try to regulate her period. And by the time she's 21, she's getting a hysterectomy. These people know exactly what this fucking chicken is doing in our bodies. They know exactly what it does. So now ask yourself, why has chicken been pushed on us? Why has chicken been pushed on blacks and Hispanics? Because at the root of our food and at the root of our culture is chicken and pork. Ask yourself why Hispanic people, 50% of Hispanics are diabetics. Do you know that when your estrogen is high as a man, it triggers type 2 diabetes? When your estrogen is high as a man, it triggers type 2 diabetes and prostate cancer. The symptoms of high estrogen in a man is irritability, mood swings, fatigue, all of that. I was 17 when I started my period. 17. So when people talk about I started my period at 7 to 8 years old, I'll be like, say what now? So you want to know why you have the autoimmune disease that you have? It comes from your life of eating chicken. And the fact, let me make another thing apparent for you. Why is it that your fibroids grow? Why is it that your fibroids multiply? Things only grow when you feed it. Things only multiply when you feed them. If I stopped watering these plants, they would die. So how do you get rid of your autoimmune disease? How do you shrink your fibroids? Stop feeding them. There have been several women here that have shrunken their fibroids because they stopped eating chicken. All of my menopause symptoms went away when I stopped eating chicken. All that pain, all that inflammation. The only reason I didn't have an autoimmune disease is simply because I'm a blood type AB. And it's hard for blood type ABs to get autoimmune diseases. That's the only thing that saved me. Because I should have had an autoimmune disease with the amount of chicken I was eating. But my menopause was horrific. I was bleeding every day. I bled every day heavy for 45 days. I don't even know why I lived, to be honest with you, because I was literally bleeding to death. When I stopped eating chicken, all of the symptoms went away. Night sweats, hot flashes, pain, period, all of it. Yeah, your dogs end up with the same ailments that we end up with. Your dogs will be diabetic. Your dogs will have cancer. Your dogs will have tumors. That's why I don't give my dogs chicken nothing. Where has Fats been this whole time? Fats and Linka haven't been up here this whole time. I just thought about that. No wonder it's been so peaceful. Fats! Fat Daddy! Well, where have you been all day? Hi, love. Where have you been? We haven't seen you the whole time. There's the noise. He's here. Come here, Fat Daddy. Oh, there's somebody outside. Fresh, what is it called? Fresh Pet? Something fresh. Farmer's Fresh, Farmer's Dog, something. So I mix Origin in with the fresh food. And then sometimes I cook for them. Like I made the pot of broth this week, but I made it with lamb bones, beef bones, and lamb bones. So the meat off of that I give to them. And then some days I'll make them some ground turkey and some ground lamb and peas and carrots. They love peas and carrots. You know what they also love? Greens. I gave them some greens yesterday. They love collard greens. Love, love, love. So I just gave each of them a scoop of collards mixed in with their food yesterday. So yeah, they eat like us. Okay? They eat like us. But hold on, here are the other things that also will jack you up as a blood type B. So chicken, corn. Remember, corn stops insulin production in your body. Blood type B has more diabetics than all the other blood types. So you don't need to be eating anything that's going to jack your insulin up. Okay? Also, wheat. Just like blood type B, blood type O, blood type B cannot have wheat. What does wheat do in your body? The number one thing it does is it converts your happy hormones, dopamine and serotonin, into anger and aggression hormones. So if you're sad and depressed or angry and aggressive, it's because of wheat. The number two thing that it does is it stops your body from absorbing minerals and nutrients from other foods. So now you're mineral deficient because you're eating wheat. third thing that it does is it triggers inflammation in your body. And then the fourth thing is it slows down your metabolism and it converts food from energy into sugar. Okay? Also, sesame, amaranth, soy, and rye. Blood type O and blood type B can never have soy ever. So you have to start reading packages or stop eating processed foods. The simple answer is to stop eating processed food. Spelt flour, I don't know for what blood type. Go get your foods list. I bought a pasta maker. First of all, I'm blood type AB. Okay? So, yeah, you guys can't have tofu. You can't have soy at all. But I bought this flour called lupin flour. Well, I benefit from rice. So we have rice noodles at least once a week. But it makes something else. But spelt is okay for B. Yeah, you missed O. I always start with O. There are alternative flours. Even for blood type O, y'all can have artichoke flour. I've never seen anybody make it, or I've never seen anybody eat it. Have y'all found any artichoke flour? There are other types of flour. But are y'all eating artichoke flour? I didn't think so. I've never even seen artichoke flour, to be honest with you. But that's the only flour that y'all benefit from. But once in a while, once in a blue moon, just to switch shit up a little bit, y'all can have sweet potato noodles. Just not all the time. Listen, oh, hello, come here. What's up, my love? Come over here so everybody can see you, Fats. Come here. Come here. Hello. You gonna say hi to everybody? You see the hearts? You gotta give him some hearts so he can see them. You see all the hearts, Fats? He likes hearts. He likes them. You like them? Come here. You gotta see all of them. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here, Fats. Come here. Come over here. Bring your fat. Bring your fat. Fats, everybody wanted to say hello. Top flight security. Go get your foods list. I don't know if you benefit from quinoa flour. Oh, come here. What you do? What you doing, Juju? What you doing, Juju? Everybody said hi, Fat Daddy. You see the hearts going up? Yeah, exactly. They're saying hi. He said thank you. He said thanks. He just has a very deep voice. He's not being aggressive. Psych. Okay, so let's talk about this liver function. Okay. All right, well, come here. You want to help mommy? You want to help mommy? Ooh, you need a nap. You're gonna take a nap? Where's Linka? Where's Link? Where Linka at? Thank you. That's Mommy Juju. He is a pit bull border collie. So he's a border bull. And he's 95 pounds. So let me tell you, another thing that will raise your estrogen is if your liver is not functioning properly. Okay? So here are the 5 things that raise your estrogen. Chicken, 6 things. So chicken, Soy, if you're blood type O and B. Oats, okay? Oats, I love pits. We got 2 pits too. Linka is a pit bull Rottweiler mix. So chicken, oats, soy, alcohol. Alcohol raises your estrogen. Now let's think about how much alcohol are you consuming? You might have fibroids from your alcohol. And then they push chicken and liquor on you. I mean, look at your neighborhood. It's full of chicken shacks and liquor stores. And if your liver is not functioning properly. No, I'm not sitting in a different spot. I have a new iPad and the camera is over here instead of up here. So it looks different. So what's messing up your liver function? Lentils, black beans, black-eyed peas, mung beans, artichokes, and aloe as a blood type B. I'm gonna tell you what, when Jordan lived in Turkey, he was eating lentil soup every day and drinking every day. So his liver, when he went for his physical, his liver enzymes were super, super high. What is making you a hyper assimilator? Now this is wild shit, okay? Wild shit. Yes, I'm pretty sure you'd have to drink a lot of aloe for it to jack your stuff up, but okay. Blood type B, we all have this strain of bacteria. It's called alpha glucosidase. But blood type B has an overabundance of alpha glucosidase. Alpha glucosidase bacteria, I told you that bacteria have different processes in the body. They do different things. They have different jobs. This particular strain of bacteria breaks down digestive resistant starches, turns them into sugar, and stores them as fat in your body. And blood type B has more of that bacteria in their gut than all the other blood types. This is what's at the root of your diabetes. Because when you go to the doctor will tell you, oh, you're diabetic or you're borderline or pre-diabetic. Because the test that he's doing is showing this level of alpha glucosidase bacteria. Then when they prescribe you drugs for your diabetes like metformin, those are considered ACE inhibitors. ACE inhibitors are drugs that inhibit alpha glucosidase bacteria. So your diabetes drugs is just to control a bacteria that's in your gut that comes from the food you're eating. How come they didn't tell you to stop eating those foods so you wouldn't have to be diabetic? Because metformin is the #1 selling drug in America. Metformin is the #1 selling drug in America. So here are the foods that are creating this overabundance of alpha glucosidase in your gut. Peanuts. These are the foods you should never eat. And if you cut them out, you could possibly reverse your diabetes. Simple shit. Peanuts, tomatoes. Y'all can't have no tomatoes. Soy. Remember, soy is in just about every damn thing. Y'all have to first of all, stop eating processed foods. If you stop eating processed foods, you won't be getting no soy. Unless you are actively going out and eating tofu. So peanuts, tomatoes, soy, cashews, corn. What's corn in? Every damn thing. Every damn thing. High fructose corn syrup. Regular corn syrup. Corn starch. Corn oil. Vinegar. Distilled vinegar is made from sun-ripened yellow corn. Every condiment in your house has corn in it. Then you're using corn douches. Then you're soaking your vegetables and fruit in vinegar. You're squeezing vinegar up your hoo-ha. Y'all didn't think about all that, did you? So corn starch, ground black pepper, poppy seeds, pinto beans, maltodextrin, and rhubarb. These things right here could be why you're diabetic. All of this shit is on your avoids list. I haven't used I just don't do it. There's no need to, there's no reason to. Your body cleans itself. You will notice how your odor or how your scent changes when you start eating according to your blood type. Am I the only one? You will notice how your body's scent changes. All of that odor or any odor that you had goes away. All that odor comes from you eating the wrong fucking food. Boy, oh boy. You'll see. So, what is unbalancing your gut? This is the food that your gut bacteria hates. Sorghum, peanuts, sucrose, dextrose, carrageenan, distilled liquor, and acacia. Blood type B and AB, we are not the ones for any of these sugars, any of the toses at all, except lactose. I do have a YouTube page, but the reason I don't do anything on YouTube is because they don't allow me to play music. But eventually I'm going to be doing lives on YouTube. I have a page, but to see my replays, you have to go to typetalk.com. That's where I put all my replays. I need to update it too. Well, I haven't been on here for a while, so there's really nothing for me to update. But all of my replays, all of my replays are on typetalk.com. That's our online community. Okay? So, what is going to turn your health around as a blood type B? I will always say this. Blood type B is the most balanced of all the blood types. Okay? Y'all can have a little bit of everything. Y'all are literally very healthy people. Okay? Mysteriously so. I don't know what it's all about, but for some reason, y'all don't get sick very often, and when you do get sick, you get over it. No, it's here. I just don't have it on loud. It's been on the whole time. So, what is going to block that lectin sensitivity? Remember the swollen and painful joints and... What you down there doing? You having a party? Did you hear what he said? I don't like when Jordy tells me he's minding his business. Because his business is my business too. He been down there entertaining Fats this whole time, down there giggling and shit. I want to know what the party is. Where's the party at? Hey, did y'all bring in that order from Sam's? So offensive. I said, what are y'all doing minding my business? I don't like that. Fats, what y'all down there doing? What y'all doing? Tell me Linka, what y'all down there doing? Nobody tells me anything. The nerve. So, I knew that was going to be his answer because that's his answer all the time. So, to block that lectin sensitivity, the swollen and painful joints, the hormonal fluctuations and all that, Thank you. Cultured dairy products. Y'all want to see Jordy's before and after pictures? Are you playing your game?
Yeah.
You playing a virtual reality game? Oh. Thank you. So let me show y'all Jordan's before and after pictures. What he used to look like before he started eating for his blood type. Let me just show you this. Boop, 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 boop. Woof. Hi, San Diego. I forget that the camera's over here now. So, this is when he was eating chicken and lentils and all that shit. Skin was horrific. Hair wouldn't grow. Beard wouldn't connect. And then he stopped eating all that stuff and started eating what he's supposed to be eating. And this is what happened in 6 months. First 6 months. Hair started growing like weeds. Skin cleared up. No exercise. No detox teas. No products. Just straight lamb. Lamb chili. Just. And cheese. So, blood type B and AB benefits from certain cultured dairy products. That is sour cream, Greek yogurt, ricotta cheese, kefir, cottage cheese, mozzarella cheese, farmer's cheese, feta cheese, and paneer. Those cultured cheeses act like probiotics and prebiotics in our gut. Yeah, but he looks better now, trust me. Because his skin was bad. His skin was down bad. He had been struggling with acne since he was 12. So, when you're eating chicken every day and wheat every day and all that shit, that's why your skin's jacked up. So here are the proteins for blood type B. Lamb, goat, venison, deer, mutton, rabbit. Y'all benefit from all of the other red meats besides beef. Lucky dogs. Y'all literally will lose weight from goat and lamb. Because it speeds up your metabolism, it raises your dopamine and your serotonin. Everything is going to change for you, okay? Also, there are a lot of fish that you benefit from. Halibut, cod, mackerel, sardines. Sardines are super, super high in omega-3s, DHEA. If you want your skin to clear up too, eat a can of sardines every day. Watch what happens to your skin in 2 weeks. Watch. What is going to improve your liver function? Mustard greens, beet greens, green tea, licorice root tea, parsnips, curry powder, and ginger root. You don't benefit from turkey. If you benefited from turkey, I would have said so. So y'all literally lose weight from curried goat and curried lamb. Y'all benefit from salmon too, I believe. Go get your foods list. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Okay? So, remember that alpha glucosidase bacteria? This is what you need to be eating to curb that level of alpha glucosidase in your gut. Mushrooms, silver dollar, enoki, and maitake. Whey protein shakes. Blueberries, Brussels sprouts, blackberries, and grapes. Jordy made a big ass platter of Brussels sprouts the other night, and when I tell you they were the bomb, they were the bomb. That's pretty much the only vegetable he eats consistently is Brussels sprouts. And then what is going to balance your gut? What foods does your gut bacteria love? Brewer's yeast, molasses, and cabbage. Yeah, he made them on the baking sheet with parchment paper. He had seasoned them up, put some olive oil on them, and baked them. Too sweet. Okay, so that's it for blood type B. This is not the full foods list. This is just what ailments are you prone to based on your blood type, what foods are triggering those ailments, and what foods will reverse them. So to get your full foods list, just click my name. When a white thing pops up, hit my name again. It will take you to my page. Click the link, download your foods list, only eat the beneficial foods, and watch what happens to your body over the next 7 days. That first 7 days, you're really going to understand how food works in your body, because you're going to feel everything. You're going to notice that once I finish eating this food, how much my energy went through the roof. Just write it down. Write it down and read it back. Because this is literally the first time in your life that you're actually getting to know your body and how it really works. Okay? So where's blood type AB? This is the last one. And we're done. The most important relationship you have in your life is the relationship you have with your body. That's the only relationship you need to be cultivating. I could care less about getting to know other humans. I do not care. I want to know me. I want to know everything about me. You're welcome. Blood type AB, where you at? We don't have no ABs. We don't have no ABs. I can go. Oh, okay. I'm blood type AB negative. So here's what we deal with. Bacterial overgrowth, just like blood type A. Remember, we're a hybrid. This is my favorite Marvin Gaye song. This song is just sexy. We are a hybrid of A and B. So we have both antigens on our red blood cells. Antigens are just little sugars on the outside of our red blood cells. This is why blood type O can't have anything that turns into sugar in their body, because blood type O doesn't have any antigens. Okay? So because you have no antigens, and if you don't have the blood type B antigens, you really can't have a lot of stuff that turns into sugar. But blood type B and AB benefits from certain cultured dairy things, which has lactose in it. That's because as a blood type B, our antigens match the antigens in cow's milk. Remember, that sugar that's on our red blood cells is also the same sugar that's in cow's milk. That's the only reason we can tolerate dairy foods. Not all dairy foods, certain dairy foods. Okay? So, also, problem thing for us is cell signaling issues. Our cells carry messages throughout our body, from our gut to our brain and back again. And there are foods that throw that cell signaling off. Also, there are foods that stress out our immune system. And then lectin sensitivities. So just like blood type B, we cannot ever have chicken. It does not matter if that chicken is organic or ghetto. Okay? It doesn't matter if you grew up in your house or you sent him to military school. It doesn't matter if he has a driver's license or if he takes a bus. It's still chicken. And in the meat of that chicken is a lectin that attacks our bloodstream, causing our red blood cells to fuse together, creating blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, autoimmune diseases, and stroke. Chicken will literally kill blood type B and AB. I ain't had a piece of chicken in my entire life that's worth dying for. I ain't fighting nobody for no chicken sandwich. I'm not standing in no lines for no chicken sandwiches. I've had chicken all over this world, and I ain't had none that was worth dying for. Okay? What else gives us the lectin sensitivity? Lectin sensitivity is swollen and painful joints, inflammation, hormonal fluctuations, neurological problems, corn. The hormone that fluctuates when you eat corn is insulin. Then also haddock, flounder, kidney beans, mung beans, chickpeas. What do chickpeas do in the body? Chickpeas do the exact same thing that corn does. Chickpeas stop insulin production in your body. How come the Hoteps didn't tell y'all that? How come the Hoteps didn't tell y'all that chickpeas stop insulin production in your body? Also, sesame, sunflower seeds, lima beans, black beans, fava beans, black-eyed peas, and buckwheats. All of these things trigger inflammation. She said, what? Hoteps. Hotep. Go Google it. H-O-T-E-P. Hotep. Okay? All of these things trigger inflammation in your body and fluctuate your hormones and give you neurological problems. Hotep. With a P. What is giving us bad bacterial overgrowth? These are the foods that our bacteria hates. Okay? Oranges. Yes, we finished with the A's. We're on the AB. We're on the last one for the day. Oranges, Camembert cheese, bananas, distilled liquor, dextrose, sucrose, fructose, guar gum, guava, mangoes, carrageenan, cornstarch, sago, adzuki beans, radishes, rhubarb, sorghum, and Jerusalem artichokes. All of this stuff creates bad bacteria in our gut. And what does bad bacteria do? Alopecia, endometriosis, bad skin, your eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, acne. What else? H. pylori, IBS, IBD, yeast infections, urinary tract infections, certain cancers. What is stressing us out and unbalancing our immune system? Sorghum, sucrose, dextrose, carrageenan, distilled liquor, acacia, coffee, aspartame, and pork. Blood type A, B can't have no sugar, no fake sugars, none of that. We're not the sugar people either, just like blood type O. Okay? So how do we turn this around? How do we improve our health? How do we combat those symptoms? And I sold coffee for 3.5 years. I was drinking 3-4 cups of coffee a day. Had no clue. No clue. You live and you learn, hopefully. So to block that lectin sensitivity, Greek yogurt, feta cheese, mozzarella cheese, farmer's cheese. Okay? The proteins for blood type AB is turkey. First of all, we're the only blood type that benefits from turkey. The only one. Also, cod, eggs, tuna, salmon, sardines, grouper, tofu, and tempeh. Okay? How often do I eat turkey? Probably 2-3 times a week. So between turkey and fish and tofu, that's my life. Okay? And then, what is going to improve our cell signaling? Watermelon, curry powder, figs, garlic, onions, cranberries, green tea, eggplant, cherries, plums, olive oil, peanuts, walnuts, walnut oil, and blackberries. Like for the last couple of days, I've eaten salmon and greens. So I made that big old pot of greens, and I made salmon in my Ninja air fryer grill thing. It's the bomb too. I suggest everybody get that thing. Y'all know how I feel about appliances. Y'all already know. That thing is the bomb. Okay? What is going to balance our gut? What foods make our gut bacteria happy? Mushrooms, silver dollar, portobello, enoki, and maitake. Remember, I take medicinal mushrooms every day. That's what cured me from sarcoidosis, That's what got rid of my asthma. But I've been on medicinal mushrooms for 15 years. I had no clue that I benefited so highly from these mushrooms. Also, miso, cabbage, kefir, amaranth, dandelion greens, watercress, and brewer's yeast. Yay, we made it to 100,000. Good for us. So this is not the full foods list. This is just what ailments are we prone to, what foods are triggering those ailments, and what foods will reverse them. We're done, guys. We made it. Oh, I didn't turn the lights on. Let me turn the lights on before I go. Let me turn the lights on. Hold on a second. Y'all didn't remind me to turn the lights on. Let's see what color we got here today. Purple. We could have been enjoying these lights the entire time. What ailments are we prone to? Blood type AB? I don't know which blood type are you asking for. Oh, Tashina is always the one. That's right. You were amazed when you noticed with the mushroom cat. Wait until you try the new mushrooms that I'm... So the new site, the new supplements will be out next week because apparently the people that are working on my site have a holiday in their country. Their country is Latvia. So anyway, they have the summer solstice apparently and they're celebrating. So she said that it will be done next week. So we have brand new mushroom products coming out. I'm very, very excited for you guys to try them because I am very, very impressed with that mushroom powder that we have. So we were having too much fun today. Did you notice that the new iPad on 5G, we didn't have any of these internet issues today? Yay! So it was well worth the purchase. I'm very excited. Y'all know me, I'm gonna solve the problem. Whatever the problem may be, I'm gonna solve it, goddammit. Whatever I got to do, I'm gonna fix it. If it's broke, I'm gonna fix it. Just know that. So I will be here on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I will not be here tomorrow because y'all are gonna be outside in this hot ass weather. Shit, I may as well go outside in this hot ass weather myself. So I will see y'all back here Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you go get your foods list. Go to the grocery tomorrow and get your stuff on your beneficial list and watch what happens to your body over the next week. I'm so excited for your journey. You're welcome. I love you guys. No, we have 6 new mushroom products, but one of them is a blend of 10 mushrooms, but it's in a powder. And it has a little bit of a chocolatey taste to it. So I think you guys are really gonna like that one. So it's basically mushroom boost, but in a powder. Okay? So I'll see. You wanna say goodbye? Say goodbye there. Come here. All right, we'll go over there then. That says goodbye. You say goodbye? You're so crazy. Good night, everybody. Love you.